Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Willie, and this is the encouraging word for today. Submission is a word we do not like. I don't like it. To be in submission, to be in a position of submitting to others, is not a position we normally would choose. But David, King David, teaches us that a submissive spirit has power. Power. David had just beaten Goliath, the greatest battle of the century, so to speak. He had other great victories with the army. He was a hero. He was loved by everybody. He was popular. Now, of course, it's time to run for president. It's time to start thinking about taking King Saul's place, taking his position of power, authority. After all, he deserves it. He earned it. He needs to be on the top, not on the bottom anymore. But what we learn from David is what we learn by what he did not do. David did not seek power. David did not seek the position. David did not seek to elevate himself at all. David did what God empowered him to do, and he stayed humble. He knew it was God doing the work through him, not by might, not by power, but by God's Spirit. And he knew that, and he stayed humble. Listen, when we have a victory through God's power, it becomes a huge test of how we will respond, and many fail that test. The test is whether we will claim it's ourselves that brought us the victory. But David didn't do that. He stayed humble. And I love what it says in 1 Samuel 18, verse 5. Says, whatever mission Saul sent him on, David was so successful that Saul gave him high rank in the army. This pleased all the troops and Saul's officers as well. He was submissive to King Saul. Whatever he gave him to do, he did it with all his heart. If it was sweep the floor, David would have swept the floor. If it were to go to some faraway place, he would have gone to the faraway place. He lived his life in submission to God and to submission to those in his life God had put over him. And my friends, that is a position of power. It's for God to lift us up or God to put us down. We do what God calls us to do, whether it's big or whether it's small. And we stay humble. No ambition, no seeking for ourselves, because there's power in submission. Tomorrow we look at the danger of a jealous spirit. So we're going to learn the danger of a jealous spirit. But today, remember the power of a submissive spirit. God bless you, and I will see you again tomorrow.